Yo, what's up? Starting a 10-day trip to Mexico right now. We're going to Pachuca, Mexico. Just getting away with the family. I'm really excited. But I'm packing up all my coffee gear and got something exciting. So I want to show you what I'm packing up and then bring you along on the trip with us. AeroPress. So we're bringing some coffee, put it in a Ziploc bag. AeroPress with reusable filter, and a new toy that my wife just got me, which is really nice because I kind of needed one of these. I got a new hand grinder. It's like 6:20 a.m. We stayed at a hotel close to Houston, but no one got any sleep. I think I could carry it halfway, Mommy. It's way too early. Got really bad allergies, but we did it. We made it. This is like day 3 of Mexico. Having a great time. Everybody's in the kitchen. Got the coffee going. So glad that hand grinder is killing it. Super tight. I came just to hang out with some friends. Spend some time here as a family. Currently reading S.A. Cosby, All the Sinners Bleed. Can you see that? I have it in hardcover at the house and just randomly started reading through it quickly at the airport while we were waiting on my Kindle app on my phone. And just turned out to be such a good read. I kind of always do that of a couple books that I have just on my TBR on my Kindle. And I did that, but this one caught my attention. I quickly read chapter 1. It's about this story of one of the first black sheriffs in his county. And there's a crazy shooting that happens. I don't want to give away too much, no spoiler alerts. But it turns out to be so crazy. It's got a True Detective feel to it. So if you're into the show True Detective, it's super tight. This isn't super high like literature, stoner, Cormac McCarthy type stuff. It's just a fun read. Very deep into the psyche. It deals a lot with like Southern racism. I'm from the South, so you can get used to a lot of that stuff. And it's really cool to read it through the lens of this sheriff and through this crazy thing that happens in this county. And it's super cool to read. But we're checking out Pachuca here in Mexico. Let me know if you have any questions or anything you'd like to know. Future David here, editing the Mexico video, and I realized a couple things. Number one, I don't know what the crap I'm doing on YouTube. Obviously, we got some bike videos, some book videos, but I'm mostly just trying to share myself and my life, and hopefully you find it interesting. As well as in this video, I thought I had a lot more footage, and looking back on it, basically what happened is the first half of the trip, we just hung out with friends the whole time. We really wanted to get a feel of what it would look like if we were living there, not necessarily going on vacation. My wife and I have always wanted to move to Mexico, so we wanted it to feel like that. So we were hanging out with friends. We didn't have a car, so we were also relying on them a lot to get us around. And then the second half of the trip, we were going to rent a car or borrow a car. And then we had all these things planned. We wanted to drive up into the mountain. We wanted to see some museums. We wanted to maybe rent some bikes, do a lot of things on our own as well. And then at literally the night that we got the car, everyone got sick. First, it was my oldest son, then it was my wife, and then the two daughters. And then everyone was sick for the rest of the trip, like miserable sick. It was very frustrating. A lot of my own emotions came out that I didn't like how I was reacting to my family being sick and being frustrated at that. And so as I'm looking back on this trip, it's very cool. Got to read the book, got to spend some time with my family, got to visit this. But I'm also evaluating my emotions and our trip, and it wasn't necessarily the best from me. I didn't react the best as a dad, as a husband. And so, yeah, I don't know what that means for this video. But I put it together either way, and we still had a fun time, but the end of the trip was not the best. I think a lot of times everything seems like the best, but it's really not. And so we ended this trip on a sad note, and everyone was sick and frustrated. Elevation sickness was a huge thing. So where we live, Galveston, it's about 7 feet at sea level, and then we went up to close to 8,000 feet above sea level. And so my family got elevation sickness. The kids got sick. They were frustrating. It's difficult. We have a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old, and doing and eating can get complicated. And so, yeah, the trip looks cool, but in reality, it was pretty difficult on all of us. So yeah, not a lot of biking. Did get to finish reading the book. But this is the life of a 37-year-old dad trying to make YouTube videos.